Astra J VXR secondary Sportscat pipe. So what we got is an Astra J secondary exhaust section. So this is a section that goes under the car with the hanger brackets on it and the flex in it. Now traditionally this does have a cat, but it's the secondary cat. Therefore this is the one you can remove without having to worry about MOT emissions. And the primary cat is in the primary downpipe, which sits here like the S-shaped one. What you tend to find is that because of how much extra work that primary cat is to remove, if you're going to go double D cat and you want to an MOT time, you want to put a cat back in, you can put this secondary cat back in and it'll still pass an MOT. It'll still pass an emissions test just using the secondary cat. Basically the cars are clean enough on the emissions if you've got a decent map and your secondary cat's still in good condition, they'll pass an MOT. But obviously those cats have their limits in terms of how much power you can push through them and how long they last. So we offer a secondary pipe with a sports cat in it. So this cat's good for about 400 horsepower. So it could be used on our Garrett G25 550 kits. But realistically this is for stock to hybrid cars. And so you can use this cat and your car is technically fully legal in terms of it'll pass an emissions test and you don't need to worry about bolting bits on and off every year. And the reason we put the cat here and not in the primary downpipe is the cat will last longer here, it will have a better life. There's less room to put it in the primary downpipe, so if we did put it in the primary downpipe it would be a bit compromised in terms of flow. And it's visual inspection wise, seeing that the cat is there, this is much better in terms of MOT purposes. So this is a 200 cell cat, like I say, good for 400 horsepower, and it's basically just welded into our standard secondary D-cat pipe. So fully TIG welded as always, nice machined hanger bullets, all of our flanges are fully surfaced, and these also now feature a premium soft flex. So you can use the OE type gasket on this rear flange where you're matching up to the stock exhaust or any other kind of aftermarket exhaust, just like our secondary D-cat. The bolt pattern and the flange type is exactly the same. And then on this front flange here we actually have a round hole. It's far better for flow. A lot of the aftermarket parts actually kind of take a 3-inch tube and crush it down into an oval. A round hole is definitely better. There's a reason exhausts are round. The air flows through a round tube far better than it does through an oval tube. So yeah, this will bolt up to a normal OE type cat pipe or any of the available aftermarket ones, as long as they've got the same flange, which they pretty much all do as far as I'm aware. So if you're looking to have a kind of a double D-cat type setup, but you don't want the hassle of changing parts backwards and forwards every year, this is definitely the way to go, and having the sports cat in a secondary position is definitely the better place to put it. If you're mapped, you don't need to worry about EML lights. Although the secondary sensor boss is here in the primary downpipe, you don't need to worry about EML lights because the map will sort that out anyway. The car won't know there's a cat installed, but it'll still run exactly the same if it's mapped to run it anyway.